Welcome back, YouTubers, to December 2nd weekend update for the independent investor. I was talking in part one of this video that there was some rotation out of the FANGs, technology stocks, into retail. This is typically a good time for retail after Black Friday, and a lot of retail companies go from losing money to making money in the fourth quarter, so it's a very important quarter, the Christmas season. One stock that I did buy in the retail sector was GES. It's an American company, but has stores throughout the world, United States, Europe, and Asia now. And actually their sales in Asia have been doing quite well. So it, again, like most of the retail companies this year, have had quite a hard time, and the stock price did, I mean, this was a major brand in the US, came down from $52 right down to about $10. So quite a correction. Again, I did notice this three kind of waves down, which I do like. Usually the bottom of that third major correction, a lot of times is kind of the base for the stock. So, and we've seen that over a long period of time. Trends over long periods of time are usually have more accuracy and quite a bit more meaning. So we started in 2011, we went up in the 50s there, and we had, you know, that one wave took us down to the 27 area, next one down to the 20, and then right down to the 10. And then I noticed the technical starting to kind of bottom out there and turn up. So so far it's been a reasonably good investment, and on the daily here, with my average price just over 12, it also is kind of a deep value play, but also I like it was paying quite a good dividend. So the dividend's about 5.6%, which was quite high right now, and very high for an equity. So, and the sales have been kind of flat. We all know Amazon's taken more of the market share. There's a shift in consumers and what they want to buy. They're spending more money on iPhones and that type of thing. And kids and younger generation, a little bit more, they're more concerned about experiences and things like that, which I have spoke about in the past videos. But its book value is kind of staying in around $11. Their earnings look like they're recovering a little bit. The dividend isn't really sustainable, but if they get the earnings back, I think they'll be able to continue pay it. They are moving more to an online presence, and they have almost no debt really. Just 40 million on 2.3 billion in sales. So of all the kind of retail stocks I went through, looking for a bit of a turnaround value play, this has got a turnaround value play plus income, so it kind of made it pretty appealing. I'm going to lose some shares because when I bought it, it covered calls kind of right away, basically because the volatility was pretty high and the premiums were quite good. But I will continue to hold some of the shares. I'll have to see how their Christmas quarter comes out when they report next March or something like that, to see if I continue to hold it. But I just thought I'd mention that kind of one retail stock, and it has done pretty good since June. We've gone from $9.50, you know, right up to about $18. So you know, close to 100% move on that one. So, so that's one retail play that I've found quite interesting. So moving on, last week, just hang on a minute. Last week was Bitcoin is hitting the news more and more, and I actually, as I mentioned, I opened up an account with Coinbase in June, and I've been purchasing Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, kind of the three main coins or cryptocurrencies that, and they all have slightly different features which I like. But last week I decided to take it a little bit further. As I've mentioned, I kind of see a parallel economy starting to develop where I think everything we can do in today's economy, eventually we're going to be able to do in this new economy with cryptocurrencies taking place. And I have mentioned now these internet initial coin offerings, which is kind of a parallel to the old initial public offerings where companies would raise money through issuing shares, and like most companies on the S&P 500 or Dow, that's how they originally got listed on the index by an IPO. And now we're seeing something similar with initial coin offerings. And again, these are funded by cryptocurrencies. So, and I mentioned in the past about Populous, which is a UK company that wants to set up invoice purchasing, which I have talked about in previous videos. So go back to that and read it. So then I wanted last week to kind of go through the process of how would I actually do it and purchase an actual token, and so I did that, and I'll go through the. It took me some time to do it, but I will go through the process in the next video in part 3 of this, and so I'll tune in for the next video. Thanks.